Welcome to FPL Bisco. I am the mini league champ. All my mini leagues won them all, but I'm trying to take the game more seriously this season. So I'm gonna go for a top 50k finish. I want to be one of the best. Everything I do, I want to be the best at. So you join me on this journey. You guys will find out where I'm wrong. You're gonna tell me what I can do better, what I'm missing out on, and hopefully we'll be able to help each other. So join the journey. Join the mini league down below. Follow me on all the socials. Like and subscribe if this is going to be helpful to you. Today we're going to break down a couple of drafts. So we're going to go through our Haaland and Salah drafts to see what we can do. We've got a week left into the season. So we've got quite a bit of data on preseason, and I'm a big preseason advocate. So last season was last season. This season is this season. The preseason is not just preseason. That's where we find out who's going to be our starters, what tactics are we more likely to use, who's going to be our penalty takers, how are we going to start the season strong. It is a long season, so it's not the end of the world if we don't start the way that we want to. But let's not ignore week one. I know I'm going to bench Reece. I'll throw out my strategy from now. I know I'm going to bench Reece from week one. I think I hopefully will do like a video later on in the week, just talking about what chip strategies we could be using. But for now, let's just go through the drafts as we planned. So we'll go through three drafts: Haaland no Salah, Haaland and Salah, Salah no Haaland, something like that. Well, I'm doing my Haaland and Salah draft, and I want to kind of wrap this up in a way that we can do this in 2 minutes. So Sels and Dubravka will start for me in goal. I want Sels is one of my the Forest defense is one of my favorite, and I think they're going to be very. I don't think they're going to be defensive. They've been a very defensive team, so Sels will make a lot of saves between him and Pickford, but I'll save the extra 0.5 to get in Sels. Dubravka going to Burnley has saved us all a lot of trouble for that 4 million goalkeeper that we all need, especially in the Haaland and Salah draft. I think Dubravka's a shoe-in. We've got Milenkovic, Tarkovsky, and Collins, who have been really, really high on defensive contributions in like the past couple seasons. So they are like easy picks, and they're not at the premium price. I think 5 mil, 5.5 mil at most, any of them. And then Konza and the Kuiper will supplement that extra money that we're going to put into it. Konza plays for a really good defense. I say really good, but they don't concede a lot of goals, but they don't keep as many clean sheets as you think Villa should, but it's still decent. The Kuiper coming in from Club Bruges, I think he's got 12 or 11 goal contributions last season. Good wild card to have, or good, I wouldn't say differential because everyone knows about him, but he's a good defender to have, and it means that we don't have to go to the gutter and get like a 4 mil Esteve or a real gutter defender just to put that 4 million in the bank or on the pitch somewhere. Ismail Assar, Brennan Johnson, Salah, and the Dingra are my attackers, and then Casido will be in there for 12 for our defensive points, for our dog points. Casido should smash it. He averages about 12 to 12 a game anyway. 12 defensive contributions a game anyway. So I'm feeling fine with that. There's not many other options. It's just him or Anderson, and they're the same price. Plus, I think Casido's a better player. I think he will have more of a, maybe he might not. I don't know if Anderson's on set pieces. So that might be the difference. That actually might be the difference. If Anderson's on set pieces, then I'd rather go Anderson than Casido. But aside from that, I think that should be fine. This is a Salah draft. Nobody's going without Salah. Let's just put that out of our minds. Brennan Johnson. I picked Brennan Johnson over. It was either Brennan Johnson or my options were Brennan Johnson or Morgan Rogers or Semenyo. Because of the fixture, I picked Brennan Johnson, and Morgan Rogers came off injured. If Morgan Rogers shows that he's fit, he's back in the team, no problems there. Ismail Assar, it was just between him and Eze, and then I just needed the cheaper option just to fund Haaland. So Haaland is there. Of course, I don't love Haaland as an asset. I feel like he scores a lot of goals. I don't know who won the Golden Boot last year, but Haaland scores enough goals that he should be in everyone's team. However, he doesn't. He has not been scoring in 2s and 3s, so it hasn't been like, oh, he's definitely the best captain. Having one goal here, one goal there doesn't give me captaincy vibes. And for that price, you need to be the captain every week. You need to be I shouldn't. I'm not having a 40 mil option that is not captain material. Salah's good to be your captain every week. Haaland is no longer good to. He's not always the best captain. So if Mateta has Burnley and Haaland has Chelsea. Let me not even say Chelsea. Haaland has Brentford or Fulham. I should not consider. I shouldn't even think about it. If Watkins has Sunderland and Haaland has Brighton, I still shouldn't think about it because I don't have those problems with Salah. Salah was good every game last season, or he was good for points. He was a safe captain, and whenever you go against Salah, it was costly for the most part. So for 14 mil, I need to have trust that Haaland is going to deliver. He goes in twos and threes, like hat tricks, doubles, assists here and there, like one goal, two assists. I need that kind of output from him, not just goals. I need goals and assists. So Haaland as an asset is really, I don't know. I've got my doubts, but um, that's him. He's there. This is for the draft. He's there, and then Beto, of course. I think Barry should be the starter, but if Barry's not the starter, well, Beto's been starting throughout preseason. So if Beto's going to continue to start, then I think I'm going with Beto. It's a striker I like, and that's the reason Pickford's not in this team. I could have Pickford in the team if I really wanted to, but I can't have Beto, Tarkowski, and Pickford. And so I believe would get me, I wouldn't say just as many points, but enough points to justify him being there. So hopefully Beto starts the season well. If not, Barry is going to be there, and I want to be as soon as I can see Barry in that team, I'm getting him in my FPL team. So that's that. So here we've just got Salah. So now in this one, I've got Pickford. So I've got the extra money so I can go for the keeper that I really care for. And then Kelleher. So we spent a bit more money on the goalkeeping option so I can bench boost. And I want to bench boost game week one. I've been saying this like for the longest time, that bench boost game week one. Since they've doubled the chips, just forget it. Just why not? So the two of them, I don't know what kind of season Brentford are gonna have, but I'm really looking forward to it. So those are my two keepers. Let me not bang on about it. The defense isn't too different. I've just brought in Van Dijk and Dorgu. So Van Dijk is the ultimate premium. Van Dijk he's like top of every graph. Liverpool should be a great defense, so there should be no problems there. Dorgu now, don't judge me too much. I don't want to. I just believe in United. I think that with the wing back system and Dorgu playing wing back, he gets forward a lot. He gets a lot of touches in the box. He should have some kind of goal for it. Don't know what his expected assists are, but if United do click, Dorgu has to put up some number. Between Dorgu and Dallo, they're both 4.5 mil defenders. I think those are easy picks, or they're really, really, really good differentials. Amar Diallo was a good differential last season. He just couldn't stay fit for long enough to kind of prove his worth. But we still got some good points off Diallo. So I think Dorgu is another one. It might not be best for game week one, but it's not something I'm going to rule out. Everyone is kind of touching on Wan-Bissaka and other defenders like that that kind of cover up that 4 mil, 4.5 mil. I think Dorgu is someone to consider. It's not a hill I'm going to die on, but I've put him in my team. I want us to have a look at it. This draft, I've got in Anderson instead of Caicedo. Semenyo's in this one. Semenyo's fixtures after Liverpool are good. I've still got Brennan Johnson in here, and this is all subject to Morgan Rogers not being in the team. And Kudus looks like a better asset, but he can't be. He can't be. Or I just don't believe that he is. And Adingra, yeah, I've kept him in there. Adingra's in quite a lot of my drafts, so this kind of says what strategy I'm going for. Lets the cat out of the bag, and then my front three. So now I can spend a bit more. And Watkins is someone I think because Morgan Rogers is in this team, and I've got no Villa defenders. I think Watkins also has had a good preseason. Mateta's had a good preseason. Owen's had a good preseason. These are actually the strikers in form. Solanke hasn't played yet. Um, so this is a front three I like. I like the front three. The fixtures aren't great right now for all of them. Mateta versus Chelsea is not good. Watkins versus Newcastle is not great. But those are the I don't want to say they're the best strikers. Haaland is obviously the best striker. And then you've got other options. Maybe Yao Pedro instead of Mateta. That's the only I really have to do some soul searching on this because it's just between Yao Pedro and Mateta is what I need to discuss. But I think this is a really, really strong attack. It's just what midfielders I'm going to use to supplement them. So is Semenyo the best option at 7 mil? Is Brennan Johnson really, really worth the punt? Can you trust Spurs? No, no. When I don't like Spurs. Spurs do me wrong regularly. I've got no Haaland, no Salah. I can go straight for Pickford. Pickford and Keller are really good options in goal. We've got 8 Nori comes into this team and Van Dijk. So all the other ones we've discussed already. But between Van Dijk and 8 Nori, it's just the premiums. It was like it could be Cucurella, it could be who am I missing? It could be Gabriel. I just went for the attacking up there. It could be Guardiola. But yeah, we've gone for those. Now we're talking about my absolute admiration for Manchester United. I'm not a United fan. It's quite frustrating, but I just believe in them. I think they have to click. They've got so much going in and around United, but the one that I can rely on that I know has been there, will always put up the numbers, should be Bruno Fernandes, but it is a trap. Like the Bruno Fernandes trap is a real thing. It's happened to many people so many times. So he's in this version of the draft, but I don't know. The real issue is the fact that there's no Man City midfielder or attacker that can take that you can trust on. That would be someone that I'd like to consider in Bruno Fernandes' place. So I'd prefer I wouldn't say prefer, but like Foden should be there, Cherky should be there, Marmoush should be there. Like there should be attackers. You're like, oh, these are guys that are gonna get numbers. But Bruno, anyway, there's a real like elephant in the room here. But we'll discuss it at the end of the video. Brennan Johnson is also still there. Eze's gone up, so instead of Ismail Assar, I can kind of upgrade up to him. I've gone for Anderson in this one, so let me not sleep on his defensive contributions. Anderson is on these, like, he wins it back. Whether it be clearances, blocks, interceptions, tackles, he's there. And Gakpo, I think he should be the starting left winger for Liverpool at the moment. There shouldn't be too much controversy around that. And the front three stays the same as the others, but it's just Bowen instead. Instead of who? Who was my other forward? But yeah, anyway, Bowen, Mateta, Watkins. So Watkins kind of leads the way. That should be. It's just the issue with this team is like, who would you captain? Bowen has the fixture. Watkins, I would say, has the ability, and Newcastle are in a bit of a dodgy period at the moment. I'd love for Isak to have been here. I'd love to know more about how Gyökeres fits into this team, and what his minutes would be. I'd love if Gyökeres is on penalties, then it shouldn't be a problem. Um, But yeah, so it's a simple one. No Haaland, no Salah. Um, it's not the best. Without Salah, there's no team that can be complete. Like you just can't have a team without Salah. It's just come on, man. But yeah, so this should do. I said we'd have two elephants in the room, and here they are. So between Bukayo Saka and Cole Palmer, they're not in any of my drafts. Like, and why is that? Like, I'm more than comfortable to say I'm not going with Haaland this season if I choose to. We'll see how next week goes. But if I don't want Haaland, I won't have much regret over it. But between Palmer and Saka, I feel like it's really weighing heavy on my heart. Palmer got 5 goals and assists at the Club World Cup. That's 5 in 6 games. Last season he got 15 goals, 9 assists. Season before, 22 goals, 11 assists. So I could be like, oh, he's on a downward trajectory. But well and truly, I don't know. Like Palmer over the course of the season, there's not too many better than him. So I should be prioritizing Palmer, especially if I'm going to cut the budget without having Haaland or Salah or neither. Especially if I'm going to have neither, then Palmer and Saka are shoo-ins. But I was there. I captained him versus who was it? Versus Southampton. Nothing. Chelsea won 4-0. Cole Palmer got nothing. Between game week 22 and game week 38, he got 1 goal and 3 assists. That's unforgivable. And here I am at the beginning of the next season, forgiving. At the first sign of, oh, we've got some new money, it's a new season, it definitely can't be as bad. It can be. And I don't want to be the fool that invested in someone that broke my heart over and over and over and over and over. It cost me rank. It cost me rank. It really did a lot of damage to my mini leagues, put me at jeopardy. And I don't know if I can just trust Cole Palmer again. Yesterday, The game was yesterday versus Leverkusen. He's played amazing. He's a hub of everything Chelsea do. But do I even trust Chelsea? So being the hub of something that is not successful, what good is that going to be? He's not the striker. Yao Pedro's a striker. So if I need a Chelsea asset and I'm going to have regret, it's going to have to be on Yao Pedro. It can't be on Cole Palmer. So that bothers me. And then Bukayo Saka's kind of the opposite in that I know that he can get numbers. Like he got 6 goals and 11 assists in 20. So that's 16 goals and assists in 25 Premier appearances last season. Spent 4 months out for the season. The season before, he's got himself 16 goals, 12 assists. Like he's a big contributor. Like Saka gets them. I just don't enjoy. Let me not even go there. But what Arsenal are going to do, they've got so many options in attack that it could be anybody. So because of the diversity, it's the same problem that Manchester City have in that I can only trust Haaland, cool. But a lot of them, and that's even for goals, Haaland doesn't get many assists like that. They spread it. They spread the wealth. Arsenal are built in a way that they should spread the wealth. It's just that Saka's the one that takes set pieces, but I don't think that's sustainable, especially after um, the layoff that he's had last season. I don't know. Madueke is in the team, and he is a right winger. As much as everybody wants to shoehorn him on the left because they want there's Martinelli's gone, but or not as popular, and he's definitely not a popular pick for FPL. Martinelli, between Martinelli, you can't have Martinelli, Trossard, and Madueke all fighting for that left wing spot. So unless someone leaves Arsenal, they've got so many attackers now, or so many candidates for those players. I think Reece Nelson might still be on the books. So it's just not that he's in consideration, but there's just a lot of options there. So Saka's minutes might not be as as nailed on. I'm just like them for 10 mil. I don't have to do it. Like that's what it is. It's more the price than the player. If Bukayo Saka was 7 mil, no problem. If Bukayo Saka was 8 mil, no problem. But at 10 mil, I don't feel like I need to do that. I don't feel like I need to be having 4 million defenders because I want to bench boost. That's number one. And because I like not transferring. So if I can keep players in the squad that maybe they're too good to be on the bench, and I can downgrade my bench just to get a Cole Palmer. You see what I mean? I have to really downgrade something to make room for Palmer, to make room for Saka. And as good as their numbers are, I don't know. But then again, premiums are premiums for a reason. Like the pricing strategy is there for a reason. Over the course of the season, these players are going to be the head of the pack. They are going to get the most points. So don't don't chase the differentials. Well, I'm talking to myself more. I don't need to chase the differentials all the time or have a team full of differentials that might be in and out of form. And when they're out of form, they're really, really out of form, or they're out of the team. So if I really want Mbermo, which I really, really do, if I really want to take a look at Cunha, which I really, really do, am I going to pick Cunha over Saka? Those are the questions I have. Cunha at 8 mil over Saka at 10 mil. I like it. Bruno Fernandes at 9 mil or Cole Palmer at 10.5 mil. These are the questions I'm having to ask myself. And I'm like, okay, I always pick the cheaper option just so I can have more leeway later on. Anyway, that's my dilemma. That's my dilemma. So let me know in the comments if you agree, if you disagree, if it's something that you consider. Like, are these two shoe-ins in your team? Like, am I crazy for not having them in my team? Or should I just keep my mouth quiet, knuckle down, and just get Palmer there? No need for Haaland, but at least Palmer or Saka. Who, who would you pick? You tell me. Thank you all for sticking to the end of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope there's some players in the team that you're considering. If there's any kind of disagreements or something you feel like I've missed, slap it in the comments down below. Like and subscribe so you can be part of the journey going forward. And if anything, join in the league and like let's put your money where your mouth is. So join the league. The link's going to be down in the bio or down in the wherever, just below here. The link's going to be there. So join the league. Make sure you join the Q League. Like I want to put my team versus yours. I'm going to join as many leagues as we can. So share as much information as possible. But join the league. Like and follow on all the socials. All the socials will be around. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on TikTok. on X. And I hope to see you guys soon. Peace. May the points chase us. That's the motto for the season. Let the points chase us. We don't want to be chasing rank. Let's just do what we feel is best and let the points chase us.